Welcome to Own Your Words. Ambiguous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Ambiguous. Ambiguous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. If you describe something as ambiguous, you mean that it is unclear or confusing because it can be understood in more than one way. 2. Having or expressing more than one possible meaning, sometimes intentionally. 3. If you describe ambiguous, you mean that it contains several different ideas, or attitudes that do not fit well together. 4. Something that is ambiguous is unclear, confusing, or not certain, especially because it can be understood in more than one way. Examples. 1. The results of the experiments were ambiguous, and they will have to be done again. 2. Like a true oracle, Haley's pronouncements were both authoritative and ambiguous. 3. But on closer inspection, it represents something rather more ambiguous and conflicted. 4. Sport is vivid, compelling, ambiguous, and open to all kinds of subjective interpretations. 5. Many companies are appealing against the ruling, because the wording is ambiguous. 6. There will be ambiguous situations, in which learning should not be permitted. 7. Second, although complex, there is nothing really metrically ambiguous about this section. 8. And the prose in the memoranda of other officers was, always turgid, stilted, or ambiguous. 9. In cases of ambiguous gender, you looked at the gonadal tissue under the microscope. 10. Luce felt that their parents weren't able to cope with an ambiguous gender assignment. 11. But she drew Bloomberg slightly closer to her, and gave him an odd, ambiguous little hug. 12. His plan seemed so ambiguous and meaningless now, in front of these uniformed men. Disingenuous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Disingenuous. Disingenuous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Use the adjective disingenuous to describe behavior that's not totally honest or sincere. 2. Someone who is disingenuous is slightly dishonest, and insincere in what they say. 3. Slightly dishonest, or not speaking the complete truth. 4. Not straightforward or candid, insincere or calculating. 5. Pretending to be unaware, or unsophisticated, faux naïf. Examples. 1. In this fascinating new era, there are consequences for their disingenuous dealings. 2. But these lawmakers' accusation is disingenuous, dishonest, and largely political. 3. Complaints on this score from manufacturers are somewhat disingenuous. 4. Her recent expressions of concern are self-serving and disingenuous. 5. That speech, disingenuous then, or hopelessly gullible, is utterly disqualifying now. 6. Outrage about the content of books often disingenuous, misplaced, or manufactured. 7. Various ingenious and disingenuous methods were used to effect such bargains. 8. Many of these criticisms are disingenuous since the author is not comparing like with like. 9. It would be disingenuous to suggest that this issue has not exercised historians. 10. The ideology supporting this power is a familiar kind of disingenuous populism. 11. It would just be disingenuous to try and convince someone that they need to do that. 12. Pretending to be happy about it compounds my irritation, and makes me feel disingenuous. Nervous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Nervous. Nervous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. You know that queasy, uneasy feeling you get before a test? That's a nervous feeling. Everyone gets nervous sometimes. 2. If someone is nervous, they are frightened or worried about something that is happening or might happen, and show in their behavior. 3. A nervous person is very tense and easily upset. 4. A nervous illness or condition is one that affects your emotions and your mental state. 5. Worried or slightly frightened. Examples. 1. I was nervous on my first day at college, but I was reassured to see some friendly faces. 2. The stock market's recent seesaw movements have made many investors nervous. 3. Most people are happy with the idea of homologies at low levels in the nervous system. 4. She was apparently a very nervous woman, and that affected her career. 5. He developed nervous problems after people began repeatedly correcting him. 6. You can begin to understand why businesses are getting a bit nervous about this. 7. She was not sure if she could endure another week of Anna's nervous pursuit of a husband. 8. You know what makes me nervous? When people drive really close behind you. 9. Why, I'd get exhausted, and be in a wreck dodging bullets from sunup to sundown. 10. My mom was nervous too, and she managed to mix up some of our birth dates. 11. They were acting like nervous little sparrows too, so I squeezed them between my knees. 12. He looked frantic, nervous, eyes scanning, and when he noticed it was me, he paused. Numerous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Numerous. Numerous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. If people or things are numerous, they exist or are present in large numbers. 2. Numerous means very large in quantity. 3. Existing in large numbers. 4. Very many, being or existing in great quantity. 5. Consisting of or comprising a great number of units, or individuals. Examples. 1. The individuals who have contributed to this book are far too numerous to mention. 2. There were numerous arrests and injuries, as well as unconfirmed stories of killings. 3. His diaries during the years after 1870 record numerous meetings with sellers there. 4. Jerry has been told on numerous occasions if he needs anything, all he has to do is ask. 5. Over 1,000 of his drawings were published in numerous books of engravings. 6. It was a big popular success in Spain, with 4 million viewers and numerous awards. 7. Marcy has replayed this scene numerous times, in her mind and now sees it differently. 8. Slaves were everywhere, as numerous as roaches, scurrying about their master's business. 9. Those forecasting a swift and tidy end to the war had been numerous but wrong. 10. I would never have gotten away with it, if not for 2 of him's numerous flaws. 11. There are rats everywhere, hollowing the sweetest stalks, and insects too numerous to swat. 12. To give you an idea of the numerous complaints, I'll briefly describe these sweltering days. Tremendous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Tremendous. Tremendous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Tremendous means extraordinarily large in size, extent, amount, power, or degree. It can also mean really marvelous, and fantastic or really awful and terrible. 2. You use tremendous to emphasize how strong a feeling or quality is, or how large an amount is. 3. You can describe someone, or something as tremendous when you think, they are very good or very impressive. 4. Very great in amount or level, or extremely good. 5. Great in amount, size or degree, extremely large. Examples. 1. They don't have a tremendous selection, but there are a few styles to get you started. 2. He is an absolutely tremendous athlete, who seemed to be as fast as any back row man. 3. Suddenly, there was a tremendous bang, and the whole station shook. 4. She praised her husband, for the tremendous support he had given her. 5. What now of the passengers inside, still moving forward with tremendous inertia? 6. Almost a year ago, a family lost a father, a husband, and a tremendous writer, Mrs. Priest says. 7. With a tremendous effort of will, he straightened up and stood against the wall. 8. To resist takes a tremendous conscious effort, you don't dare let your guard down at all. 9. It was a happy reunion, and I complimented him on the tremendous work he had done abroad. 10. She had brown eyes instead of blue, which was a tremendous disappointment to her. 11. You may luck out and find a closeout that you can buy for tremendous savings. 12. Make an appointment for at least every 4-6 weeks, and you will see a tremendous difference.
If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos.